1. e4, Karpov, a rapidly rising star at 16, opens with the king's pawn, confidently steering the game towards the classical, open structures he had already begun to master.
Against a top-tier player like Ala Kushner, a multiple-time Women's World Championship challenger, this choice is a statement of ambition.
It signals a readiness to engage in a direct, theoretical battle for the center, laying the groundwork for the kind of complex, strategically rich game where his profound positional understanding could be used to its fullest and most devastating effect. 1. e5, Kushner, a formidable and experienced opponent, responds in the most classical and principled manner, accepting the invitation to an open game. By playing 1. e5, she enters a vast and well-explored theoretical landscape, expressing confidence in her own classical understanding of the game. This symmetrical reply promises a strategic battle where control of the central squares, harmonious piece development, and long-term planning will be the key factors in determining the outcome, a direct challenge to the young prodigy's strategic acumen. 2. nf3, the most natural and powerful developing move. Karpov brings his knight to its most active square, from where it exerts pressure on the black e5 pawn and controls the key central squares d4 and e5. This move is the cornerstone of countless opening systems for white and is a flexible continuation that keeps all options open. It is the beginning of a coherent plan to develop the kingside pieces, prepare for castling, and fight for a lasting initiative in the center of the board. 2. nc6, the most common and reliable response. The black knight develops, defends the e5 pawn, and prepares to participate in the fight for control of the central squares. This symmetrical move maintains the balance in the position and prepares the ground for a variety of defenses, maintaining flexibility. The position is now a tabula rasa of open game theory, where white's next move will define the specific character of the opening and the strategic struggle that lies ahead. 3. bb5, the Ruy Lopez. It is truly remarkable to see the 16-year-old Karpov consistently employing one of the most strategically deep and complex openings in all of chess. Instead of opting for simpler, more tactical lines, he chooses an opening that promises a long-term struggle based on positional pressure and subtle maneuvering. This choice reveals a maturity and a preference for a deep strategic fight, a clear foreshadowing of the style that would one day make him world champion. 3. a6, the Morphy defense, the main and most popular response to the Ruy Lopez. Kushner immediately challenges the powerful Spanish bishop, forcing it to make a decision, to exchange it, which would cede the bishop pair, or to retreat, maintaining the tension. This move is crucial because it gains space on the queenside and prepares the ground for future expansion with b5, one of the main sources of counterplay for black in this complex and strategically rich opening. 4. b4, Karpov maintains the positional tension by retreating his bishop. This is the most ambitious continuation, as the bishop on a4 continues to exert indirect pressure on the black position, particularly on the c6 knight. By avoiding the exchange, Karpov preserves his Spanish bishop, a piece that often becomes a decisive attacking weapon on the kingside later in the game. The strategic struggle intensifies, with both sides maneuvering for small, long-term advantages. For nf6, black develops his knight to its most active square, putting pressure on white's e4 pawn and preparing to castle the king to safety. This is a very natural and logical developing move, and it is clear that both players are following the classical principles of the opening, aiming for a harmonious development of their pieces before embarking on any active operations. The position remains very balanced and symmetrical, following the main theoretical paths of the Ruy Lopez. 5. King's safety is the first priority. Karpov completes his development by castling his king to safety. With his king now secure and his pieces well coordinated, he is ready to embark on the complex middle game battle. Castling also brings the rook into the game, where it can be used to support the center or to launch an attack. This is a calm and cool-headed decision in a position that is becoming increasingly tense and complex. 5. b7, black prepares to castle as well, developing the bishop to a solid square from where it controls key diagonals and protects the king. This is the main line of the closed Ruy Lopez, and both players are demonstrating a deep theoretical knowledge. The position is now set for a deep strategic fight, where the subtle maneuvering of the pieces and the long-term strategic plans will be the decisive factors in the coming middle game. 6. 1 rupee, the rook is placed on the e-file, where it supports the e4 pawn and prepares to participate in the central struggle. This is a standard and powerful move in the Ruy Lopez, a multi-purpose maneuver that improves the coordination of the white pieces and prepares for a potential opening of the central files. It is a classic example of a quiet but very strong move that adds to the long-term positional pressure on black's position. 6. b5, black gains space on the queenside, pushing the white bishop back and preparing to create counterplay in that sector of the board. This is a very ambitious approach that aims to create immediate counterplay, but it also creates potential weaknesses in his own pawn structure that a player of Karpov's caliber will be quick to try and exploit. The game is becoming very sharp and double-edged, with both sides creating threats and vying for the initiative. 7. bb3, the Spanish bishop settles on its best and most active diagonal, from where it will exert long-term pressure on black's kingside and center, particularly eyeing the weak f7 square. The bishop is now a powerful piece, and it will be a key player in white's attacking plans for the rest of the game. The opening battle has been a complex maneuvering duel, and the position is now set for a major confrontation in the center. 7. Black's king is now safely tucked away. With the opening phase complete for both sides, the deep strategic maneuvering battle is about to begin in earnest. The position is very balanced and complex, and the player with the better long-term plan and the deeper understanding of the positional nuances will be the one to prevail. The game is a true testament to the richness of the closed Ruy Lopez, a favorite battleground of the world's best players. 8. e4, an interesting and very modern way to play the position, a move that would later become a staple of Karpov's own repertoire. Instead of the more common 8.c3, Karpov immediately challenges black's queenside expansion. This move aims to create a weakness on the b5 square, open the a-file for his rook, and create long-term positional pressure on the queenside. It is a subtle but very powerful move that shows a deep and mature strategic understanding. 8. bb7, Kushner responds with a solid developing move, placing her bishop on the long diagonal where it eyes white's e4 pawn and supports her own center. This is a very flexible and useful square for the bishop, and it is a clear sign that black is not afraid of the complications that will arise from white's a4 push. The game is now a complex strategic battle, with both sides vying for control of the key files and squares on the queenside. 9. c3, having created some problems for black on the queenside, Karpov now returns to the main plan of the Ruy Lopez. This key move prepares the central advance d4, which will create a strong pawn center and challenge black's control of the middle. It is a classic example of how to play these structures, and the young Karpov executes it with the precision and patience of a seasoned master, combining flank pressure with a central strategy. 9. d5, the thematic counterstrike. This is the most active and principled way to meet white's setup. Instead of waiting passively, Kushner blasts open the center, seeking to create immediate tactical complications and to open lines for her powerful bishop pair. This move transforms the game from a slow maneuvering battle into a sharp, tactical slugfest, a direct challenge to the young Karpov's calculating abilities. 10. exd5, Karpov accepts the challenge and resolves the central tension. By exchanging on d5, he opens the e-file and clarifies his attacking plans. He is not afraid of black's pieces becoming more active, correctly judging that his own piece coordination and the long-term weaknesses in black's position will give him a decisive advantage. This is a key strategic decision that transforms the nature of the position into a more open and tactical one. 10. nxd5, black recaptures with the knight, which now becomes a very active piece in the center of the board. From d5, the knight controls key squares, puts pressure on white's position, and prepares to participate in the middle game battle. However, the open files and diagonals can now be used by white's pieces, and the position is now very sharp and double-edged, with chances for both sides. 11 is x5, Karpov resolves the tension on the queenside, opening the a-file for his rook. This is a very logical and powerful move, as it creates a new weakness in black's position on the b5 square and prepares to seize the initiative on the queenside. The battle for control of the open files will be a key theme in the coming middle game, and Karpov is ready to fight for it. 11. x5, black recaptures, and the a-file is now open for both sides. The position is now completely unbalanced, and the player with the better calculation will prevail. The pressure on both sides of the board is mounting, and the game is reaching a critical point. The open a-file can be used by both players to create threats against the enemy king, promising a tense struggle.
12. Arksat 8. Karpov simplifies the position by trading a pair of rooks. This is a very mature and strategic decision. He knows that in the resulting position, his pieces will be slightly more active and better coordinated, and he is confident that he can use this small advantage to build a decisive attack. This is a classic example of the Karpovian style, simplifying into a slightly better position and then outplaying the opponent with flawless technique. 12. Bexat 8. Black recaptures with the bishop, which is now a very active piece. From A8, it controls key diagonals and puts pressure on White's position. However, the absence of the A-file rook also means that Black's king is slightly more exposed, a small but important detail that Karpov will be quick to exploit. The position is still very complex, with chances for both sides, but White's long-term prospects are slightly better. 13. Na3, the start of a deep and masterful knight tour. Karpov will now reroute his knight from the seemingly passive c3 square to the kingside, where it will become a decisive attacking piece. This is a deep and subtle plan that showcases a level of positional understanding far beyond his years. The knight is heading for the c4 or c2 square, from where it will support the kingside attack and create new threats. 13. Nf4, a direct and provocative attacking move. Kushner is not content to play passively and takes the fight to Karpov. The knight on f4 is a dagger aimed at the heart of White's kingside. It creates immediate threats against the g2 and h3 squares and forces Karpov to react with great precision. This is the beginning of the critical phase of the game, a sharp tactical battle. 14. d4, the principled and powerful counterstrike. Instead of defending passively against Black's threats, Karpov strikes back in the center. He correctly judges that the best way to meet a flank attack is with a central counterattack. This move blasts open the position, activates his pieces, and creates a multitude of tactical possibilities that will favor his better developed and more coordinated army. A sign of a great player. 14. b4, Black continues her queenside attack, hoping to create a decisive breakthrough before White's central attack becomes too strong. This is a very ambitious and double-edged decision, as it also creates new weaknesses in her own position, particularly the c4 and d4 squares, which Karpov will be quick to exploit. The game is now a razor-sharp tactical duel, and the player with the better calculation will prevail. 15. nc4, the knight arrives at its ideal destination. From c4, it is a monster, controlling key squares, supporting a potential attack on the black queenside, and solidifying White's position. The coordination of White's pieces is perfect, and he is slowly but surely building a decisive advantage. The execution of this plan has been flawless, and it is a testament to Karpov's genius. The pressure on Black's position is mounting. 15. bxc3, Black is forced to capture the pawn, but this only serves to open the b-file for White's rook, adding to Black's misery. The position is collapsing from all sides, and the end is near. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. 16. bxc3, Karpov recaptures, and he now has a potential passed pawn on the c-file, a long-term strategic asset that will become a major factor in the endgame. The position is now very complex and double-edged, with chances for both sides, but White's long-term prospects are slightly better due to his superior pawn structure and better coordinated pieces. The pressure on Black's position is mounting. 16. nd5, the knight is forced to a central square, but it is also a target. The position has suddenly become much sharper and more tactical. The knight on d5 is an active piece, but it is also very exposed, and it will soon become a target for White's pieces. The game is now very tense and double-edged, and precise calculation is required from both sides. 17. Next 5. The Thunderbolt. A stunning and deeply calculated knight sacrifice from the 16-year-old. He rips open the position, shatters Black's central defenses, and creates a decisive and unstoppable attack against the exposed Black king. He has correctly judged that the resulting activity of his pieces and the weaknesses in Black's position will be more than enough compensation for the sacrificed piece. This is a demonstration of incredible attacking instinct and tactical vision. 17. nxc3, Black is forced to capture the knight, but this only serves to bring White's queen into the attack with devastating effect. By capturing the knight, she has removed one of white's key attacking pieces, but she has also given up her own active knight and has allowed white to continue his attack with even greater force. The position is now a tactical minefield, and the pressure on black is unbearable. 18. QD3, the queen joins the assault with devastating effect. From d3, the queen creates multiple threats against the exposed black king and coordinates perfectly with the other white pieces. The queen, supported by the powerful knight on e5 and the bishop on b3, forms a lethal attacking force that will soon deliver the final, decisive blow. The end is near, and the execution of the attack will be flawless. 18. Nd5, the knight returns to a defensive square, but it cannot hold back the tide. The position is now completely, strategically won for white. The white pieces are too active, and the black king is helpless. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. 19. NXC6, Karpov begins the decisive simplification. He trades his powerful knight, but only to remove a key defender of the black king, the c6 knight. This is not just a random trade, it is a key part of the winning plan. By removing this defender, he opens more lines against the king and clarifies his path to victory. The execution of this plan is flawless and demonstrates a deep understanding of tactical principles. 19. BXC6, black recaptures with the bishop, but his position is now in ruins. The pawn shield in front of his king is shattered, and the king is horribly exposed. The white pieces are perfectly poised to launch a decisive attack, and there is no way for black to defend against the coming storm. The game is now completely winning for white, and the rest is a matter of technique. 20. BC2, a subtle but deadly quiet move. Amidst the tactical storm, Karpov repositions his bishop to a more active diagonal. From c2, the bishop is aimed directly at the weakened g6 square, preparing the final, crushing blow. This move demonstrates the perfect harmony of Karpov's pieces, with every piece participating in the attack. The mating net is closing in, and there is no escape for the black king. 20. G6, black is forced to create another weakness in his own position to defend against the immediate threats. This is a major concession, as it creates a permanent weakness on the f6 and h6 squares and further loosens the pawn shield in front of his king. While it solves the immediate problem of the bishop on c2, it creates new, more serious problems that Karpov will be quick to exploit. 21. n5, the knight lands on the crushing e5 outpost. It is a monster, a dagger aimed at the heart of black's position. It cannot be challenged, and it completely paralyzes black's defense. The knight on e5, supported by the powerful queen and the bishop on c2, creates an unbreakable bind on the dark squares and paves the way for the final mating attack. The position is strategically won for white. 21. NB4, a final, desperate attempt by black to create some counterplay. He attacks the white queen, hoping to create some confusion and tactical possibilities. However, Karpov has everything under control and will simply neutralize this threat before continuing with his own winning plan. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless. 22. QC3, the queen moves to a safe and active square, from where it will coordinate the final attack. The end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The precision is remarkable, and the composure is incredible. The execution of the win is flawless. 22. BD5, the bishop is rerouted, but it is a futile gesture. The game is over, and these are just the last gasps of a dying position. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. The bishop on d5 is a solid piece, but it is also somewhat passive. 23. BH6, the bishop joins the final assault, creating new and decisive threats. The black position is collapsing from all sides. The end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The defensive task is impossible. The bishop on h6 is a monster, eyeing the weak points in black's kingside. 23. nxc2, black is forced to trade, but this only serves to clarify white's path to victory. The execution is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The precision is remarkable, and the composure is incredible. The execution of the win is flawless. 24. qxc2, Karpov recaptures with the queen, which is now a monster, dominating the board and preparing to deliver the final blow. The queen, supported by the powerful bishop and the active rook, will be the decisive piece in the final attack. The end is near, and the execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. 24. re8, the rook is forced into a passive defensive role, but it cannot defend against the multitude of threats that white has created. The position is completely hopeless, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The precision is remarkable. 25. nc6. The final, crushing positional blow that is also a tactical killer. The knight lands on the c6 square, creating an unbearable pin on the b7 bishop and forking the queen and rook. Black is completely paralyzed and will lose decisive material. This is the culmination of Karpov's deep strategic plan, a beautiful and fitting end to a masterful game. The position is completely and utterly lost for black. 25. qd6, the queen is forced to move, but this allows white to execute the final, winning combination. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. The queen is a helpless spectator to the destruction of its king's position. 26. Next 7+, the execution is flawless. Karpov trades his monster knight, but only to win the exchange and to transition into a trivially winning endgame. By capturing the rook with check, he removes all of black's counterplay and simplifies the position into a winning one. This is a demonstration of incredible precision and ruthless efficiency from the 16-year-old. 26. Rec 7, black recaptures with the rook, but his position is completely lost. The white pieces are too active, and the black king is helpless. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. The end is near. 27. rb1, the rook joins the attack, creating new and decisive threats. The black position is collapsing from all sides. The end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The precision is remarkable, and the composure is incredible. The execution of the win is flawless. 27. bb7, the bishop is forced to retreat, a sad testament to its passivity throughout the entire game. The game is over, and these are just the last gasps of a dying position. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. 28. qb3, the queen prepares for the final kill. It is heading for the b4 square, from where it will deliver the final, decisive blow. The coordination of white's pieces is perfect, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The defensive task is impossible. The precision is remarkable. 28. qe6, a final, desperate attempt to create some chaos, but it is a futile gesture. The game is over, and these are just the last gasps of a dying position. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. 29. qb4, the queen lands on the b4 square with decisive effect. The attack is now overwhelming, and the black king is helpless. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. The position is completely hopeless. The threat of QXB7 is overwhelming. 29. BXG2, the final, beautiful blow. Black sacrifices his bishop to create a last, desperate attack, but it is a futile gesture. The game is over, and these are just the last gasps of a dying position. The defensive task is impossible, and the end is near. The execution of the win is flawless, and the result is a testament to Karpov's genius. 30. C7, the brilliant final move. The queen's sacrifice is completely crushing, forcing immediate resignation. It is a beautiful and fitting end to a game of such high tactical complexity, a demonstration of the immense talent of a future world champion at the age of 16. Black is completely outplayed. 1-0.